a perfect white crystal, sweetness refined to absolute purity. But this crystal carries the weight of 10,000 years of human labor. From chewed grass in ancient swamps, to the deadly boiling vats of empires, to the silent centrifuges of today.
Before it was a commodity, sweetness was pulled directly from the ashes of the earth.
New Guinea, 8,000 years before the Common Era. Sugarcane was not yet a crop. It was a wild grass, chewed for energy by river wanderers.
They roasted the stalks in hot ashes, extracting the first raw sweetness from the fibrous pulp. Stone mortars crushed the charred stalks. Sweet juice mixed with ash and smoke. This sticky residue was the earliest medicine, a rare, energizing paste born from fire and stone.
No crystals existed yet. Only the raw, untamed essence of the cane, preserved in the dark.
India, 500 AD. The sacred grass is boiled down to its purest, crystalline essence.
In clay pots over open flames, the dark juice is skimmed and reduced. Impurities are removed by hand. The liquid thickens, transforming from a simple sap into gold. Poured into shallow clay molds, the thick syrup cools in the dark, undisturbed. Slowly, the golden liquid locks into solid form. The first true crystals emerge. They called it khanda, the origin of the word candy, a sacred, sweet stone.
1300 AD. Venice, a republic of merchants who trade in gold and spices. Here, in the shadow of the Rialto, sugar is not a food, it is a medicine. Ground in marble mortars, the rare crystals are mixed with rosewater and ground pearls.
Mixed with rosewater and rare spices, the golden dust becomes a cure for the wealthy and privileged. A precious remedy weighed against silver coins. Sweetness was no longer just a flavor, but a healer. Yet this delicate medicine would soon demand a terrible price, transforming from a cure into a global commodity. 1750, the Caribbean. The sacred crystal is now harvested by the thousands in the shadow of empire. Inside the boiling house, the air is thick with scalding steam and the heavy scent of burning wood. Raw cane juice is poured into massive copper vats, where the dark liquid begins its violent reduction. The liquid boils at a dangerous, rolling heat. The surface crust must be skimmed before it burns. Weathered hands push the long wooden skimmer through the scalding foam, risking severe burns with every pass. A single drop of boiling syrup strikes the floor, hissing into the dark wood. The true cost of sweetness.
1850, Prussia. The sugar revolution leaves the tropical fields and enters the cold factory.
Coal fires heat towering iron boilers. The raw beet juice is boiled in relentless mechanical waves. Earthy roots are stripped and crushed. The soil is washed away by relentless iron gears.
Violent rotation forces the dark syrup outward. The pale crystals remain behind, separated and dry. The result is blinding geometric perfection. Sweetness is no longer natural, it is engineered. Poured into identical cloth sacks, the sweet commodity is weighed, priced, and shipped to every table.
2026. The crystal is now extracted in sterile laboratories, stripped of all natural origin. It is no longer harvested. It is synthesized, measured, and poured into everything we consume. 12,000 years of fire, labor, and empire, condensed into a single, silent cube. From ash to crystal, from medicine to empire, from labor to silence, the same sweetness across 12,000 years. Every crystal carries the weight of the hands that made it. The cost of sweetness is never free.